This is Scott Fain with the Youngstown Lifestyle Podcast, where I take the time to learn about the people and opportunities in the Youngstown, Ohio community. My guest for today's podcast is Trina Williams, a local business owner, entrepreneur, and chef from A Fresh Wind Catering. This is the second time Trina and I have had a chance to talk for the podcast, and as usual, she's inspiring and full of good news regarding her business and new opportunities. So without further ado, let's start the show. This is Scott Fain with the Youngstown Lifestyle Podcast, and today I have a welcoming back a guest, Ms. Trina Williams, a Youngstown local and a beloved member of the Youngstown community and owner-proprietor of A Fresh Wind Catering. How are you doing today, Trina?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing very well, I wanted to start this off. I hate to start on a somber note. I was talking with Matt, and there's a couple of things. I understand there's a lot of domestic violence situations happening in Youngstown right now, and wanted to see what kind of message you would give to a listener out there, male or female, who might be going through a domestic violence situation.
Well, I would say, because a lot of times we don't know that there is domestic violence. One of the young ladies that got killed was working with me from time to time. She was always there when I needed her. And I had no idea that she was dealing with domestic violence until it was too late. And I wish I had known. I don't know what I could have done, but I would have tried to talk to her or get her help, because I know a lot of the women. I feed the women that work at our Sojourner house, and they're open 24/7. My message would be, if you know about domestic violence, scream it from the rooftops. Let people know, because the person that's doing the domestic violence, at least they'll know that somebody has eyes on them, and they may not be so quick to react or act on those intentions that they have towards these women.
That's good advice. Very good advice. Shout out the name of your organization one more time. You said it before. I just want to make sure we get at the top here.
The organization is Sojourner House, and it's to help battered women. It also shelters them, clothes them. It takes them and their children in as well, and it's open 24/7.
Okay, I'll make sure to put that on the broadcast as well, so that anyone who's listening, who's going through anything like that, can get the help that they need. Moving right along, I wanted to know what's been going on since the last time we talked. There was a lot of plans in the works, and I know you got some things going on since then. So give me an update.
Well, since the last time we talked, I keep hustling and flowing. You know, my business is steady growing. I went back to, I was called to cater for a company. They see me on the news, and when they see me on the news, they didn't recognize that I used to work for them, that one of the jobs that I quit to start my business was them, because I had the gastric sleeve, so I had took off 200 and something pounds since they had seen me. So the owner of the business told a coworker, hey, I have to have that lady cater for us for Thanksgiving. Get in touch with her. And they let her know, no, that's Trina. And she said, Trina who? And they said, our Trina Williams. So we met, and when I got there, they had another job for me. They needed someone to cook the daily meal for their clients, and asked me would I be interested in it, after doing a catering event. So I started that November the 6th, cooking for the clients, which is mentally challenged adults and young people. And then I started doing their holiday catering. Then Christmas party, they called me and they said, come here. We want to talk to you for a minute. And I'm thinking we're going to take pictures. And she said, you left us, you went out, you built your business, and you come back, and we think it's time for your struggle to be over, that we will help you. How about we knock down some walls, put a drive-through window in, and you let us help you. And that was it.
Blessing. Blessing right there.
Blessing. Yes, it's hard for me to believe right now. I'm still in shock. I'll probably snap out of it on the grand opening, which is March the 28th. But I'm staying humble, and I'm still in awe of God.
Is it going to be called A Fresh Wind Catering still, or yes. Okay, so it's still A Fresh Wind Catering.
Yes, I'm using it's called No Limits Hall. I'm using their hall, but my business will still be called A Fresh Wind Catering.
Okay, well, I'll make sure we get back with you right before the grand opening, because I want to make sure we're there for the big splash.
Thank you.
Any special plans or any special events or anything around the opening that you're planning?
Well, for the opening, the owners of the company, they're going to have a lady. She's a traveling wine vineyard, which is a good friend of theirs. I don't know her name right now, but she's going to come out. We're going to have a young lady named Shelly Balloons and Decor. She's going to come out and decorate. She's someone that I work with. And, of course, I'm going to do the hors d'oeuvres. And then they also own the ladies that I'm working for, which is Turning Point / No Limits. They have a bakery as well. So they're going to have their bakery do all the sweets, and I'm going to do all the hors d'oeuvres. So it's a major collaboration. And my business manager, Christian Omi, she's going to invite the mayor, the regional chamber. Yeah, so it's going to be nice.
What kind of stuff can we expect on the menu?
I'm going to do a variety of hors d'oeuvres. Of course, my rolls will be number one. I have my chicken roll, which is the famous one, the one roll that made me famous. I'll have shrimp. I'll have gyro. I'll have vegetable black bean, southwestern black bean. It's countless. It's countless. I'll have crab ragoon. So I'll have a variety of different rolls and hors d'oeuvres.
You get me hungry thinking about it. All that sounds good to me. What advice would you give to someone that wants to get started in cooking or wants to get doing what you're doing?
Make sure that it's your passion. Make sure you love every aspect of what you're doing because it makes the journey easier. People ask me all the time, how do I do as much as I do? And I always hashtag God driven because I know God is the drive behind me. I know that he's the one driving. And when you stay humble and keep that in mind, everything else falls up under that umbrella. So I really love cooking and creating, making people smile. So it's my passion. So if you're going to get into a food business, make sure it's your passion because without the passion, you really don't have, you just got a hobby. It's not, you can't consider it a business or what you want to do. It's just a hobby. So I say just make sure your passion and everything lines up.
That's advice that I've been learning to follow that advice later in my life, but still, hey, later is still not over. So I'm all for it.
Most definitely. I'm learning a lot of stuff late in life too, and it's okay because that means that it's for now. It wasn't for then. It wasn't for that part of your journey. We would have learned it back then. Who knows? We probably wouldn't have done it right. But now as we get older, we're seasoned. We're more focused on what we want in life. So it's much easier to take that, to take that learning experience, whether it's a up, whether it's a down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes you make yourself want to feel bad because you didn't do it sooner. But like you're saying, it's a matter of timing. Sometimes the time's not right. You're not ready for what you have in store. Before we go, I do want to give you my one random question. Who's the most famous rapper that's tried your food and what was their reaction?
Scarface. I have a couple. I have Scarface and I have Bushwood Bill, both of them from the Ghetto Boys. Two different occasions.
And what did they say?
Scarface, I have a video of him with his eyes popped out his head like, wow, this is amazing. He said he's been all over the world and he's never tasted anything like my roll. And Bushwood Bill, he critiqued it a little bit, and he was like, not so much cheese, which everybody has their, their own thing. He was like, but these are amazing. He's his own little genius, so I could take the criticism. It's a good thing that he loved it, and I took pictures with him as well.
That's cool. I love me some Ghetto Boys, and I appreciate that. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming back and talking with me a little bit. Maybe we can do a little bit longer one down the road a little bit where we can get into a few other things. But today I just wanted to, like I say, see where you're at and see what's going on. And I'll definitely put all the information that you have up for, the grand opening, anything else that you want to promote. We're going to put that on the site and on the podcast as well, just to make sure everybody knows what's going on and can come out and support you and show you that love.
Okay, I appreciate it, and hopefully during the summer, when it's your vacation time, maybe we can get together and put together an art show, because one thing for sure, I got the hall. We don't have to worry about a venue, and I got the hors d'oeuvres.
All right, and I've been talking to my sisters talking to me about that too. So I'm going to be ready for that by the time summertime comes. So
okay.
To be continued.
Yes.
Thanks again, Trina. Thank you so much
Thank
for talking
you
with me.
for having me. I appreciate it. God bless.
God bless.